You've survived for a few days, and now you're holed up in the North Muldraugh Warehouse. You loot crates downstairs for tools and weapons. Maybe even set up a little farm on the roof. A few weeks later, you're doing some decorating, some renovating. You figure you can build in those big, unused areas on the second story. You sledge out the railing, start laying down wooden flooring, and then, why is it raining in my base? This video is actually going to apply to a broad range of situations regarding the room definition system in Project Zomboid, but this specific example is so common as to be almost a rite of passage. To start at the beginning, in Project Zomboid, your character can be inside or outside. Moving between inside and outside will cause a distinct difference in the lighting, ambient noise, temperature difference, which you can see on a digital watch, and most distinct of all will be the sudden appearance or disappearance of weather conditions, such as fog, snow, and rain. What is it that defines an area as being inside or outside? There are two wholly separate ways for a space to be flagged as inside. The first, most basic and probably most frustrating way is for the game world to have been told that the area in question is inside. We're talking pre-existing world structures. This is why a barn can have a big opening in the front and still be counted as inside. Or a two-story warehouse can have no ceiling for the ground floor, despite the fact that this would be unacceptable for a player building. This state appears to be completely immutable. You can sledgehammer out every last piece of a house. You can knock off the roof. You can tear up the carpet and even dismantle the floorboards beneath. Walk in that space and you'll find you're inside. This is why if you knock down the little room on top of the Muldraugh Warehouse, you're going to get some strange lighting changes as you walk through the zone, and there's nothing you can do about it. The second way to designate an area as inside is through player construction. To flag a previously outside area as inside, you need total enclosure. So for example, to make a single 5x5 room count as inside, you're going to need a full 25 tiles of flooring and 25 tiles of ceiling. The flooring can be natural dirt, road, the roof of a pre-existing building, whatever. Likewise, your ceiling can be wooden tiles you hammered in, or it can be something that was already there. You're also going to need 5, 10, 15, 20 wall segments around the outside. These can be wall frames, don't even need to upgrade them to full walls, door frames, don't even need doors in them, or fences. Yes, you can create a closed-in room using a floor, a roof, and nothing but low fences around the perimeter. This is probably even a viable blueprint for some very niche uses. The big difference between player-constructed areas and predefined areas is that they can be created and destroyed. If you knock out any one of the walls, ceiling, or floor tiles, the entire area will suddenly count as outside again. One very interesting aside here is that to actually plumb a sink, it has to be inside. But once it's all hooked up, it will continue to work even if it's no longer inside. This lets you build external showers or sinks, albeit with a good deal of construction and deconstruction. So to answer the specific question, can I turn a space within a pre-existing building that is currently flagged as outside into an inside space? Yes, with some work. As before, that space will need floor, ceiling, and walls. The ceiling will have to be at most one floor up. We don't get to make big, open 2 or 3 story spaces. Stairs are a bit of a complication, necessitating holes in our floors or ceiling. A set of player-constructed stairs count as enclosing the 3 ceiling tiles that cannot be constructed above it. However, the top of a set of player-constructed stairs do not count as floor tiles for that room above. Strangely, you can get a set of stairs to count as the 3 floor tiles it occupies by building a wall along the length of its north or west flank. In fact, it seems like this isn't even a property of stairs. Rather, it's something in the interaction of walls and missing floor tiles. It turns out that any gap in your floor tile is compensated for by having a wall or fence on its north or west base. So you can actually have player-constructed rooms that have tiles missing in both their floor and their ceiling. It seems like this gap compensation only works in spaces that are otherwise enclosed by walls and ceiling tiles, even if some of those ceiling tiles are these virtual gap-compensated tiles. What this waffle means is, I don't think this works as roof tiles. You can be leaving gaps all the way up and down a 5-story tower, but the ultimate roof needs all of its tiles intact. I will admit I don't understand everything that's going on here. Despite hours spent looking into this, it's still a case of me not even being sure how much there is that I don't know. One last sneaky thing that might be preventing your player-built structure from counting as inside: wooden pillars. If you've already built a set of stairs and then you build some wall frames along the side, you may see a wooden pillar get created out of nowhere. It's subtle, so you may have to look for it. This discrete wooden pillar will prevent your room from becoming enclosed unless you find it and either sledgehammer it out or deconstruct it. If you build fences along the side of the stairs, fence posts will appear instead. Note that disassembling these unintentionally generated pillars and posts do provide free nails and planks. What is truly bizarre is that these pillars and posts only appear if you build the wall segments in a certain order. If you build the first wall segment by the base of the stairs and then proceed along its length, you won't get any pillars. If you build your walls in any other order, the pillars will be automatically generated. So, with all that in our toolbox, let's go upgrade the second floor of the North Muldraugh Warehouse. To make this work, we need total enclosure. Our ceiling is fully covered thanks to the roof of the building. There is a contiguous wall in place, but there are a great many missing floor tiles. You could put all the tiles in or split the room in half. The staircase to the ground floor is counting as 3 tiles because there is a wall all along its western flank. And now, thanks to the change in temperature, lighting and sound, we can see we have successfully made these rooms inside, even if there is still some graphical issues as we move between them. In Project Zomboid, my advice remains either use an existing world structure or build your own, but be very careful if you're going to mix and match. I'm Kyle, and I hope you found this video useful. If you have, maybe leave a nice comment, subscribe to the channel for more guides, but either way, you have a great day.